Good evening. Welcome to another review from DWC, and this one again was very much highly on my list of top 5 aircraft to get, and it's the B25 Mitchell 07 from the Nose Art Panel series, which was a US only release. Very difficult to find within the UK, and usually goes for a very pretty penny. So let's get in there. Let's have a look and see what she's about. So, for anyone who's not familiar with the nose panel range, it was a series of aircraft released by Corgi with US prefixes instead of AA prefixes. Come with the standard aircraft, standard stand, and a lovely nose art panel to go with it. So this is one of the bigger releases. There was a B24, a B17, P40s, P51s, and I believe P47 as well. So it's mainly US aircraft. So in this case, is the only, as thus far, Mitchell in a desert scheme, 07 now, and a surprisingly high run as well. So if we look at the certificate, this is obviously 445 of 1710 distributed worldwide. Again, a load of information on the back as well. And let's have a look in the actual box. So as always, the aircraft comes in a clamshelled box. As you can see, there's two little arms there for the nose art, which I'll put out in a minute. The undercarriage is all in there, and of course the standard Mitchell stand with the cradle. But it's very unusual that it's the only desert Mitchell released. I know Christian, who frequents the page, who's from Australia, he's pushed for Desert Rose to be made, which I think is a brilliant idea. I mean, technically speaking, we've got Legal Eagle, but that was more of a Sicily-based aircraft in the green and desert colours. But let's get her open. I'll put her on her stand first, and we'll talk a little bit about it. Here she is on her stand. As you can see, a bit of a stiff stand to get it on. I'll talk you a little bit through that in a minute. But here's the nose panel. Look, how nice is this? Obviously, there's a series of different aircraft made, and very simple. On the back, you've got two little square holes, and I'm just trying to assemble this on camera with my cack hand. Really simple. You just push it in. It is really simple. I'm trying to do it with his weak hand. It's nice. I like that they've got the paneling inside as well, as if like it's a real aircraft. There you go. Really simple. And I'll put that down there. And there's the motive. So there's 07 with a number of bomb marks, obviously, for the missions it's completed. So also, one thing to note is it's got like a weathering on. I don't know if you can see this in the light, but it's which is really unusual for a Corgi model. I don't know how effective that is. If I have to be really honest with you, it just looks like someone's smeared a marker over it. But again, you know, each to their own. Some people will prefer that. Some people will prefer the clean look. But it's a good looking aircraft and very unusual to put in your desert collections as well, and look lovely alongside the B24 Liberator, Strawberry Bitch, I think it's called. Be a nice companion to that. There we go. So you'll note it's got the cannons on the side there. It's also got the dorsal turret or mid turret there, and you've got a rear turret as well, or rear observation point in this aircraft in particular. But yeah, really nice. It is nice. I mean, I'm not, like I said, I'm not overly enamoured with the weathering. I think it's really difficult to do on a mass-produced model. But I think it looks relatively decent. I mean, it's probably not as noticeable in the light I've got in this kitchen because I'm using a display light to film the actual video. But it's decent enough. There on the side there, you obviously got the 07 motive and of course the bomb marks. Nice little detail. And of course also the early US Air Force insignia, before they went to the stars and bars, just the star there. I think that looks really cool. Serial number on the tail. That's really about it in terms of markings. As always, the selection of undercarriage all comes in now, including a down ladder, which I'll show you in a minute. And that's all sealed up, which is really nice for a model this old to be everything completely sealed up is a real touch. And of course, we've got the detail on the back of the certificate there. So let's get her on her undercarriage, and we'll have a little look and a little bit of a talk of the history. Here she is on her undercarriage. Bit of a tricky one to fit. I'm going to show you some of the bits that come with it. So this is the up front undercarriage cover. You've then got two main undercarriage covers, and you've also got a cover here for the ladder area, which is nice. I even put the detail of the ladder inside, which is quite good, really, considering you can't even see it. So they're the 4 undercarriage up options. There's also a small ladder that comes with it, which goes underneath. Oh, sorry, set of steps, I should say. It goes underneath the ladder to the rear, which I'm going to show you now. So here's what she looks like underneath. So opening bomb bay. You've also got the under can't even think of the word there, the turret underneath, the belly turret. I'm not entirely sure if that comes out. I'm not even going to force it because I certainly don't want to damage a brand new model. And on the underneath it, you've got the weathering as well, as you can see. The undercarriage has 2 very small undercarriage doors that fit, and they're very, very tricky to fit. As you can see, one's starting to move now because I've obviously slipped it in there in the wrong position. And of course, you've got the down undercarriage, which is one piece as well. So it's a very, very nice model as the undercarriage bit comes out there. Oh, there goes the undercarriage in completely. Joys of videos. So I'll just put that on. So yeah, it is a little bit tricky to fit. So just be patient with it and don't try and force it, as you can tell. But I think it's really, really nice model. The colours are very strange. Like I said, the weathering, is it okay? I don't know. I mean, like I said, each to your own. It looks like it's been done individually, which is quite a big thing to have to do to an entire set of models. But a little bit of history about this aircraft. Based in the desert in around about 1942 to 44, and this particular aircraft is a B25C of the 445th Bombardment Squadron, or 321st Bombardment Group, in Ouija, French Morocco, January 1944. So not a massive amount of history with the actual aircraft involved, and just more of the theatre it was operating in. So in January 44, most of the attack had been taken to the Italian mainland in around that time. So it would have been moving to Europe in a relatively short period of time after spending time there. And of course, obviously, Morocco was the scene of Operation Torch, which was the Allied invasion of North Africa by the Americans and British, which of course has been represented by a number of aircraft, including the most recent, well, the second most recent Swordfish. The newest one is due to come out, which is obviously the Battle of Taranto. But yeah, a little bit of a review on this side. I'm just going to go and get the Air Force One B25 now and have a little compare. So here they are together. As you can see, the build quality, I think, on the Corgi is much better. The green one on the left is representing a B25B, and of course the one on the right is representing a B25C. And of course the Pearl Harbor based one, or the Tokyo Raider, didn't come with any guns on the front there because obviously they were removed for weight issues. But let's compare them side by side. If I pick this one up, in terms of shape, look around about the same shape to me. I don't really see an awful lot of difference there. It looks like the Corgi sort of dips towards, so it sort of doesn't sit as flush. So the Corgi is certainly leaning forward a little bit more than the Air Force One. The undercarriage is, of course, fixed on the Air Force One, which is also a bonus, really, if you look at it in some respects, because that means it's not going to budge or the undercarriage is going to fall out at all. Underneath the Air Force One, let's have a quick look. Less detail, no opening bomb bay, which is a bit of a problem. So a lot less detail, but more rivets, probably over riveted, some might say. But overall, they're not bad comparing. The tube's a lot shorter on the Air Force One example. But other than that, there's not an awful lot of difference. If anything, the join by the cockpit on the Air Force One is better than the Corgi. As you can see, there's a little bit of a gap there. But the actual build quality on the Corgi is better. So if you pick up the Air Force One, you can feel the wing move a little bit. But overall, it's not bad, is it? I mean, for a budget model, isn't bad at all. And it's always nice to have different brands of model in your collection because you can compare them in this sense. But there you go. Just thought I'd get the B25 out tonight. I'm going to crack on with a few more videos for you all. Thanks for all the love and support. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to help the channel. We really appreciate all the love and support. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy it, and I'll speak to you soon.